Hi, I'm Cindy Hathaway with Fons and Porter, and I'm going to do a Sew Easy lesson with you today on quick triangle squares, just like the one I have in front of me. As most of you quilters know, there are several ways to do your triangle squares. Today's, I have chosen to use 2 pieces of fabric, 2 squares, which your pattern will tell you the correct size. You're going to put them right sides together with your light color on top. We have 1/4 inch seam markers that we'll be using today, and they come as a set of 2, which is really nice because if you're going to use a small square, you don't want to have the long ruler to use on this. So, and you'll notice that there's a line down the middle, and there's a 1/4 inch on either side of that line. So you'll take your ruler, you're going to line it up so that the yellow line bisects each of these corners, okay? And then you're going to draw your stitching line. So you draw a line on this side, and then you're going to draw a line on the other side. Now you have both of your stitching lines. So you're all set to go to your sewing machine and stitch both of those lines. If you were going to do several of these, then I would chain them through. I'd make sure that I adjusted my needle to the center of the foot so that you can see what you're going to be stitching. You don't need your 1/4 inch foot because that's why you drew your lines, so that you can just stitch on through. Just make sure you're stitching on the line. I'm going to cut this one off, but if I were doing several of them, I'd just keep going until I got to the end, cut them apart, and then start feeding them back through. And stitch on your other stitching line. This is a fast way to make your triangle squares. You don't have to deal with any bias. The bias is in the middle. You've stitched on your lines, and now you're ready to just cut and end up with your 2 triangle squares. Take your ruler, or if you prefer, you can just use your cloth scissors and cut down the middle. And by cloth scissors, I mean the ones that you use with your fabric. Now you have 2 triangle squares in no time at all. You're going to take them to your pressing mat, press on the dark side to set your seam, and then press them open. There's one. We'll do the other one. And no time at all, there's your 2 quick triangle squares. I want to thank you for joining me today for this Sew Easy lesson, and we have several others that you might want to check out on fonsandporter.com. It's really nice to have the advantage of these lessons, and you may learn something, a new trick, a new way to do something that you didn't know before. Happy quilting, and join us again.